Okay, this is the AQA Practical on radiation being emitted from different types of surfaces. And what we've got set up, which you may or may not have seen in class, this is a Leslie cube, and you can see that it is a cube, and in a second it hasn't got a lot of water in yet. We're going to put some boiling water in a second, and you can see it's a cube with different surfaces. And these are the two different types of surfaces we're going to look at, and the two that you can see on camera, this side here is a shiny metallic surface, and this side here is a matte black surface. But it is literally a metal cube that's had different surfaces attached to it, okay? And this allows us to look at the amount of radiation being emitted from different types of surfaces. Now, in order to do that, we're going to do two things. The iPads that you can see are connected to temperature sensors, and you can just probably see the white temperature sensors. And these temperature sensors are reading the temperature of the surface. The temperature sensor is sellotaped to the surface, so the number that you can see on the screens when we move around the video is the temperature of that surface. Now, these numbers should be about the same, because the hot water is in one cube and the hot water will heat the cube up, so all of the cube will become the same temperature. But that's not really what we're looking for. What we really want to know is the radiation that's being emitted from these surfaces, which could be different to the temperature of these surfaces. If one side is emitting more radiation than the other, we want to try and pick that up. Now, to pick that up, we're going to use this, which is, it's sort of a temperature sensor, but it's measuring the radiation that is emitting from a particular surface. And what we've done, we've attached a ruler to it, and we're going to go around the surfaces, and we're going to keep it at 20 centimetres from each surface. So we'll do that on this one, and then over here we will do that, and we will take a reading of the radiation that's being emitted at a distance of 20 centimetres from these two surfaces. Now, this device will convert that to a temperature for us, but it's not really, the reading that's on here isn't the temperature of that surface, that's on the two iPads. This is giving us an idea of the radiation being emitted from that surface. But first we need to put some boiling water in it. So we've got a kettle that should be boiled. I will just make sure it's boiled. And I'm going to carefully pour water into the top, and you should see the temperatures will start to increase, and then we'll take a couple of readings. Okay. Okay, so the surface temperature is 60 degrees, but the infrared thermometer measuring the radiation only thinks it is 38.9 degrees. Okay, this is the white surface. You can see the surface temperature is 60 degrees, and if we take a measure of the radiation, and we have 69 degrees. Okay, the surface, the shiny black surface is 60 degrees, and we'll take a reading of radiation being emitted. We have 68 degrees. Okay, as you can see, the temperature of the matte black side, the surface temperature is 60 degrees, so let's do a radiation reading. And the radiation being emitted is 75.8.
Okay, here's our data from the different surface colours. So you can see that the shiny silver one is giving off much less radiation than the white and the shiny black, which are similar, and the matte black one is comfortably the highest. So what we should learn from this is that the two things that will affect the amount of radiation given off here are whether it's matte or shiny, and a matte surface will emit more radiation, and whether it's black or silver, and a black surface will emit more radiation.